Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Tomorrow, Malaysia is going into a restricted movement period until end of the month due to the recent escalation of the coronavirus outbreak. Thanks to some very stupid Malaysians who got shits for brains. Trust me guys, the virus is going to keep spreading for a while in this country because there are a lot of idiots out there who got shits for brains. So naturally, everyone is calling this a lockdown because we were expecting some kind of lockdown. But as the Prime Minister announced last night, it's just a restricted movement order, which is basically the government telling us to stay home. That's all it is. It's not a full lockdown. It's not darurat or anything. It's just the government telling us to stay home. That's all it is. So don't panic. Don't worry. But of course, long before the announcement came, many stupid Malaysians have already started panic buying. They're already emptying the aisles. Guys, you don't need 500 packets of Maggi. You don't need 30 packs of toilet roll. The shops will be open tomorrow. Just buy what you need. I'm sure you can still go out and buy all your groceries and supplies until the end of the month. All these essential businesses will remain open. We are not in an emergency state. Please don't panic buy. If you are doing it, please stop. If your family members are doing it, please advise them to stop. Imagine all these tight spaces, crowded, long queues. You are exposing yourself to the virus. There are many infected idiots who will also be queuing up with you. So why take the risk? I'm sure tomorrow all the grocery stores will be still open. Speed Mart, KK Mart, Family Mart, all the shops will be open. So you don't have to worry. Don't be selfish. Please be considerate. You probably can afford to stock up for the next 3 months or 6 months, but there are many Malaysians out there who can't even afford to buy milk for their babies or food for their kids for the next 2 weeks. Think about them. Many Malaysian families are waiting for their salaries end of this month so that they can stock up on groceries. So please don't empty the racks, don't empty the aisles, share the resources with everyone. We are not in a state of emergency. You won't starve to death. Do your regular grocery shopping. You can always go and buy tomorrow. You can always buy more next week. Please be considerate. Worst case scenario, you can always buy online. And I'll definitely share some links below in the description of all the Malaysian online grocery stores so that you can go get your supplies. So you may be wondering, why the hell am I still at work? Don't worry, nobody is here. It's very safe. I've already asked my staff to work from home since yesterday, long before the announcement came. I live 5 minutes away, so it's not a big deal for me. The facts. So what do we know so far? When the outbreak first started in Wuhan, China, we had a small group of Chinese nationals who managed to come into this country with the infection, but everything was under control because we managed to isolate them, quarantine them, and treat them. All of them have been discharged from the hospitals. So everything was under control until a second wave started. So at this period of time, some Malaysians thought it will be a fantastic idea to go traveling. So some people went on holidays, some went for business meetings, especially with Chinese nationals. Others probably went to visit their family members. Naturally, some of them got infected and they came home. They didn't self-quarantine themselves and they ended up infecting more people. Incredibly stupid. And if that's not bad enough, we've had some massive religious gatherings around Malaysia in the last few weeks. So there was one near Kuala Lumpur which had about 15,000 people, 10,000 from all over Malaysia and 5,000 from abroad, and from some of the countries which are in the top ranking of the coronavirus leaderboard. As expected, some of them were infected and they infected each other over 4 days, and then they all went home all over the country. They infected more people. Incredibly stupid. Now the Ministry of Health has to chase them down because many of them are not into self-quarantine. They're still going out to the mama shops, to the grocery store and to religious gatherings, and they're spreading the infections further. They're just living the good life. And just because of this one gathering, we have more than 500 positive infections in Malaysia, which obviously led to the announcement last night of this restricted movement period. But that aside, we've also had other massive religious gatherings. Up north in Penang, we've had about 30,000 people who went to a temple, and then we had another massive gathering in Sarawak. But so far, we haven't heard of any positive or suspected cases from these gatherings. But trust me, soon they may unleash a fourth wave of infections. I won't be surprised. And to top it all off, our own Ministry of Tourism decided to organize a massive travel fair over the last weekend, and they targeted 100,000 people. 100,000 people, guys. I don't know whether they hit the numbers, but the event definitely went on. What were they thinking? Not a single brain cell is working at the tourism ministry right now. So yeah, the Prime Minister had to announce a restricted movement order to get a grip on this situation. But is it too late? I don't know. But better late than never, right? So how will this affect the economy? Badly. How will this affect the people? Badly. Am I worried? Definitely. If the economy takes a hit, the first thing to go is A&P budget. And if that happens, it will be a horrible situation for creatives like me. At my agency, we do creative work, we do marketing, we do advertising. That's how we put food on the table. So am I worried? Yes, of course I'm worried. Will I survive this? Let's hope all of us will survive this intact. So 10 things you need to do during this lockdown period. Stop panic buying. You don't need 500 packets of Maggi. they will probably expire before you finish eating them anyway. Just buy what you need. This is not an emergency. You can always go and buy more tomorrow. If you really need to go buy groceries, please try to buy them online. Don't risk exposing yourself to an infection. Don't simply go hang out at shopping malls. You may need to buy things, but please try to avoid shopping malls because there'll be too many people there. Your bubble tea addiction needs a break. Don't simply go lepak at Mama shop, just tapao and go. It's not like there's football anyway. Or just get food delivery. You don't need to go meet your friends. You don't need to go on dates. Take a break from people. Social distancing. Don't attend weddings. Your loved ones will understand. Don't organize weddings. I know how much it takes to plan a wedding or reception. I'm sure you already went through a lot of pain and suffering, but please, do you want to have a red wedding? If you really need to go to work, please try to minimize contact with other people and take all the necessary precautions. Carry your own hand sanitizers, carry your own wet wipes, and even soap if you have to. And don't attend any massive gatherings, especially religious gatherings. Your God will understand. Live to pray another day. Number 10, stay the f home. So I'm gonna go home now and stay the f home for the next 1 week unless I really need to go out to buy something. And I hope everyone who is infected right now, either you're on ICU or an isolation ward, I hope you come out of this safely and alive. And for those of you who are under quarantine, please stay safe. So let's all help each other and stay safe so that we can survive this. So till I see you in another video, bye-bye. You probably think this is a test from God. You're right. So don't fail this test. Don't do anything stupid. Stay safe. Live to pray another day. That sounds like a Bond movie, right? Live to pray another day. That's for you.